Hello everyone, this is Venom, and we are back with another This Week in Destiny. Today we've got the May 23rd, 2024 This Week in Destiny. I just finished watching the part 1 of Become Legend for the Vidoc. I'm a couple days behind right now, so I'm just now getting to the This Week in Destiny. I have not had a chance to get to all the drops here. In fact, I've still got to do the Dev Insight. You can see I got up on my screen now. I went through and I read through all the notes for the upcoming ability changes. I've got plenty of things to say about it, but I need to get out This Week in Destiny and that Become Legend video first. So let's go ahead and get started with This Week in Destiny. I've not read it yet. This is This Week in Destiny. We're showing the way. Only 2 more weeks until the final shape launches, and we still have plenty of news to share with you all. How about a preview of a new world system and quality of life UI update? These topics and more right now. Now, I am liking that there is so much news to come out right now because I'm very excited for final shape. It is hard to contain my excitement. So having all this new stuff coming out every day is helping. Every day seeing new exotics, every day getting new updates, every day getting new products. I'm loving it a lot. So, yeah, we're going to see what all we got in This Week in Destiny, and then we're going to do the next video on the Dev Insights. This week, we have a new Vidoc. We just went through and watched that one. Sorry, you can hear my kids upstairs right now, so just try to ignore that. My wife is watching while I catch up on these videos. Season of the Wish is closing. Have you played the new mission? There is a final mission for Season of the Wish. If you have not done it, no spoilers, go through and do it. It is a very important mission. It's got a really cool cutscene in it. You need to go through and knock that one out. It's not hard. If you're a Destiny 1 vet, you definitely want to do it. Actually, you just want to do it regardless. So go knock that one out if you have not had a chance to do it yet. Be part of the Twitch Rivals World First Race stream. There we go. Extra Brave Weapons for All. Read our abilities and armor tuning articles. Yeah, the armor one I haven't checked out one. I didn't know there was an armor tuning one, so I'll look at it. The ability one I've seen. Find out how Pathfinder works. Updates to the quest tabs. Reminder about legendary shards. I forgot those are going away. The Pantheons, the last 2 gods are here. And so is our poster inspired by the Pantheon bosses. Check out a new collab in the Steel series. I'm gonna mess with that. And final showcase. So I'm not worried about all that stuff. We will get the final shape downtime notice. So okay, we're gonna check that one out too. Now, the first one is confronting Oblivion in our first Vidoc. Less than 2 weeks until the final shape is here, Guardians. We want to make the wait easier for you, so thank you very much for that. So how about we start, we share 2 amazing Vidocs with you. So there's going to be 2 Vidocs. There'll be 1 more. And our very first one, live this very morning, we talk about emotional scripts, the surreal landscapes we'll visit, and believe it or not, how you can learn the language used by the Dread if you really want to. Now, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen the Vidoc. I highly suggest going through and checking that one out. But for those of you who have, I'm going to put a spoiler alert down here right now. Well, for those of you who have seen the Vidoc, I have already declared on my video, I predicted this, and I'm predicting right now, they actually went through and they made a language for the Dread, like an actual language that can be translated. I'm predicting right now that that language will be tied into some sort of secret quest or some kind of overarching quest, maybe even the raid for Destiny 2 for Final Shape. So keep that one in mind. I'm predicting that right now. That language is going to be more than just a background piece. It's going to be more than just noise. We're going to use that language to do some kind of quest. That is my prediction. I may be wrong, but I'm predicting it right now. Something like that, to me, seems way out of place. I mean, it's little details like that are cool, but it seems like way too much detail for something that's just a background piece. I think that's going to be something that we will actually be interacting with and using in some way or form. So keep that in mind. Okay, sorry, I'm back. There was a break there. I don't know where I put the break at. My son was yelling upstairs. I had to stop. He needs some attention. My wife got him. So we're going to continue on. A hunter goes into the Traveler. Remember when Crow crossed the portal that was open as part of our bargain with Ribbon during the events of Season of the Wish? I feel like there should have been a comma there somewhere. That was really the end. On Tuesday, we launched Closer to the Heart, the mission that closes Year 6 of Destiny 2 and unlocks a mind-blowing cinematic that serves as a bridge between Season of the Wish and the final shape. So let this serve as a reminder. Go play that if you haven't already. Osiris will give you the mission, and if you visit the Helm. And for those of you who have completed it, do you want to share or shed a tear again? We're going to go ahead and watch that one again. I already made a video for it for the channel. I don't know if I'll put it up or not yet, but we're going to go ahead and watch it again just because this is so fucking cool. So this is, again, the cutscene that you guys can do again. I'm going to say it right now. I meant to say that. Again, this is spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. So by now you should know already. It's going to have spoilers in it. But again, if you don't want to see this one, go ahead and skip ahead 2 minutes. But everybody else, we're going to go ahead and hop into it. This is a mission at the end of, or the cutscene at the end of the mission. That feels very Ark to me. Like you're logging into Ark's Raleigh Wall. Just that landscape. Damn it, I want to play Ark now, too. Fuck. Hawk Moon versus Ace of Spades. Who wins? See, right there, that is a hunter grenade, which makes me think that he still got the light. Full circle.
You died. So did you.
Forsaken, and then the hand grab from Zavala the Crow too. It was like two scenes mixed together. I like it.
Yeah, I don't have to call you Prince anymore, do I?
So that is the cutscene that you get at the end of the mission. Go ahead and play that mission if you have not already. Get your pretty guns. Earlier this week, we increased the drop rates for brave weapons and trophies of bravery, as well as increased the reputation gained from shacks. These increases will remain until Destiny 2 Into the Light ends on June 3rd. Now, I don't understand why they increased the reputation. Well, okay, I get the increase for the people that haven't got Super Black yet, but for everybody else who's already got Super Black or at least maxed out shacks, there's no real point in maxing out the reputation now because you don't get anything past it. You can't reset them. But for those who are still trying to catch up and get Super Black, that's a good thing. We know you're swimming in loot now, and we want to up the ante one more time before the limited edition versions of Brave weapons are no longer available. Starting on May 28th at 10 a.m., we will be doubling the drop chance of limited edition versus versions of Brave weapons. So that, combined with the increases we made to weapons and token drops, will give you lots of opportunities to grab a few more pretty guns with pretty rolls. Happy hunting Guardians. So if you want to farm up your Brave weapons, this is going to be a good chance to do it. And they increase the drop chance for all weapons, or how many weapons you're going to be getting, and they double the drop chance for the limited edition version. So go ahead and check that one out. Next up, we've got abilities and armor tuning. As we did last week with weapons, this week we had a two-part abilities and exotic armor tuning preview for you all. The first part was published on Wednesday and focused on how light and dark subclasses are changing. We went over a lot of impactful changes, like Stasis getting the new Frost armor, which you did find out what that does, so I will go over that in my next video. And some supers getting an adjustment or two. Yes, you all heard right. I'm sure by now everybody's heard, but yes, Will got nerfed into the ground. And a few other things changed as well. I will give my thoughts on that when I go over that ability video, but it says right here, you can read it here. They got a hyperlink to check it out if you want to. I will give my thoughts on that. I'll be making that video directly after this. I've got some thoughts on it. Some might be controversial. Some are going to be pretty middle of the herd, but we will see once I go through them all in detail. The second part was focused on armor tuning. Some exotics will now have their Frost armor as part of their set, while some oldies like Six Coyote and Ursa Furiosa learn some new tricks. Let's not forget about the option to include an artifice slot in all exotic pieces. You can find all of the information here. And I don't remember that actually being part of the... This might be a different post. I don't remember that post. Yeah, this is blank. So I don't know what that's for. I don't know. That's currently blank. I just pulled up that hyperlink, and it's not bringing me to anything. The page itself is blank. So I'm not sure they haven't posted that yet or what, but I don't remember hearing anything about any armor tuning yet. I don't know what's supposed to be coming out soon or what, but I just went here on, like you can see up top, you can see up here, I am on the hyperlink. It says TFS armor tuning preview. There's nothing. So, that'll come out later. Maybe they'll fix it. We'll see. After you're done reading this tweet, we recommend you take some time to read those articles. They will help you jump into the final shape with the best possible understanding of how the sandboxer works. So yeah, I definitely want to know what those armor changes are. Hopefully there's another link that works. As of right now, the one listed here in the This Week in Destiny is not working. All right, next up, we've got introducing Pathfinder. This is one I'm very interested in. The World Systems team has a very important update to share. One we have teased in the past. Let's talk about Pathfinder. What is Pathfinder? Pathfinder is a brand new pursuit system we're introducing in Destiny 2 that consolidates bounties, patrols, and weekly vendor challenges into one streamlined system you can access anytime, anywhere via the director. Different Pathfinders can be accessed from relevant screens on the director by selecting the Pathfinder node or using a hotkey for quick and easy access to the systems. Looks like we get different Pathfinders here. So here in the picture it says Pathfinder the Pale Heart. I'm guessing there'll be different Pathfinders for different vendors or different people. It says when you open a Pathfinder, and I keep saying A, so it definitely looks like there's going to be more than one. When you open a Pathfinder, you'll be presented with 20 objectives divided into 5 tiers, leading to every Guardian's favorite thing, a big shiny loot. Big shiny loot. To reach said loot, you must complete objectives and claim them to form a path from the leftmost tier to the right. While you can progress through all objectives on a Pathfinder without restriction, you will need to claim at least one objective in each tier before you can claim an objective in the following tier. Each time you claim an objective, you will receive rewards, progressing your path forward to the final reward and opening new potential paths. Building a path to the final reward allows you to claim it, and claiming the final reward opens a new opportunity, resetting your Pathfinder. Resetting your Pathfinder costs Glimmer, but will give you a new set of objectives to complete and a new final reward to pursue. These new cards are built using a mixture of authorial control and procedural generation. So once you start resetting, your cards will diverge from those of other Guardians. As long as you still have the Glimmer to do so, you can continue to reset Pathfinder cards after claiming final rewards as many times as you'd like each week, but the value of the final reward will diminish with resets of your card to a point. However, with every weekly reset, the value of final rewards will also reset. Your objective progress will be lost, and every Guardian will start the week with the same fresh card. So basically, you just basically have a card that you will just choose what objective you want to complete. You complete it. You can see here on the screen it links to a different objective, and you can basically do any objective it links to get you to the next one here. So here they're on number 4. Looks like they did. They linked over to this moon shape here and to that moon shape. So you can kind of see how the path goes. It's not too hard to understand. Looks like they're on the last 2 objectives on this last one. Now, what kind of objectives these are going to really depend. Now, they say these are they look pretty open, but it really depends on what the path's objectives are. Like if they are, like let's say these last 2 here, let's say you got to do like a Grand Master or something, that's kind of restrictive. That's not something that most people are going to be able to do. And the starting card should be the same for everybody. So I don't know what kind of stuff they're going to have on here. I really got no basis for what they might want to put on here except for, level up stuff like your Guardian level. That's what I'm thinking, like maybe stuff that you would typically find on there, like, do a raid once a week or do a dungeon or get so many kills with so many weapons. I have no idea. It is completely up in the air right now as to what these paths are, and it looks like they are going to be prime Ingrams as far as the reward. Now that might change. You can see right there in that picture that definitely looks like it is a prime Ingram. I could be wrong. It could just be a placeholder image. We don't know, but that does seem to be what it is that we're looking at. So I do like that we have a bit more of a deterministic way to get prime Ingrams to get your level up, but it's also a very temporary issue with the way the power system works. Getting your prime Ingrams really only matters for the first, couple weeks of, getting your level up, and once it's up, if they keep it the same way it has been, you're going to have that same level throughout the, the coming year. So we'll see. I know they said they were going to do a change in the power system. I don't know how this is going to work or if the power is going to even matter anymore. We will see. But let's continue on. I've already spent a lot of time on this. Now, where is Pathfinder? The final shape will launch with 2 Pathfinders. One available to our Guardians that replaces the bounty systems and weekly challenges for our core ritual activities, and one that you will unlock in the Pale Heart as part of the expansion's campaign. The Rituals Pathfinder provides you with a set of objectives that span all our ritual activities. So Vanguard, Strikes, Nightfalls, Onslaught, Gambit, the ritual stuff, and Crucible. Some of these objectives can be completed in any of these activities, while others will require you to dive into a specific ritual or mode. An update later in the year of the final shape will make it even easier to get these ritual screens while you are in their activities, as well as make it easier to access the Ritual Pathfinder. So it sounds like you got to access these from a certain part, and they're going to be giving us some kind of UI or some kind of menu update later on in the year. So keep that one in mind. They did kind of hint on that here. Let's see. While we don't want to reveal too much about the new destination, you can expect the kinds of objectives on the Pale Heart Pathfinder to roughly align with what you'd expect to see from destination bounties, with the addition of some new location-based objectives called field assignments. When field assignments are featured on your Pathfinder, you can expect them marked directly on the destination map, where you can track them to take advantage of a waypoint system to help navigate their location. It kind of sounds like they are making patrols or like actual on-planet stuff a bit more needed. That is something that is kind of sucked. I missed a few things that we don't have anymore, like the adventures. I don't like that a lot of sectors have kind of fallen to the wayside and patrols aren't really needed. So I do like that you seem to be adding that stuff in. I do hope that they continue to do that, but that's the way it actually works. I don't know yet. We'll see what the actual system looks like and how it works out. It sounds cool, but it could very easily be just another system that's just it could just suck. I don't know. We'll see. I am interested though. Why is Pathfinder really? when we set out to build Pathfinder, we had 4 core goals. The first goal was consolidation. Destiny 2 is an enormous game that has evolved constantly over the last decade. Many pursuit systems have been added to the game over time, and these systems are accessed in a myriad of different ways and make it difficult for Guardians, experienced or not, to understand what they can be doing at any given point in time. Yes, which also ties into the terrible new player experience, which I hope that they fix somehow. We set out to build one system that has the capability of aligning all those into one cohesive UI you can always access from wherever you are. Our second goal was to give players more agency. Bounty systems in Destiny 2 typically let Guardians pick from a handful of fixed bounties that reset each day and provide repeatable bounties for those who wish to further engage with the system. These limited choices result in a system that feels prescriptive about how you should play, instead of putting you in control. We want Guardians to feel ownership over their engagement with these systems with the ability to chart a course that matches the goals of their play session. So here we go. So here's an example of one right here. We got Pathfinder for Ritual. This is a Ritual playlist, and it says, summon primeval and Gambit by killing or by filling up your team's bank. So it basically looks like these are just bounties you would normally see, or at least this one is an example of one. So you can see that this is a straight up bounty you would normally find. Now this says clan requirements are not met, no connected claimed objectives. I don't know what that means. Claim. I thought it said clan. I was like, clans are going to be part of this. Okay, so claim requirements. So they basically skipped ahead to one of these, and you can kind of see it's got the Gambit symbol on there. It looks like it's a Crucible symbol. So that looks like it is the Vanguard symbol. Now, I don't like that this looks like you have to do certain activities if you don't want to. I mean, it looks like we've got 2 Crucible bounties on here and 1 Gambit bounty, so you're going to have to take one of these paths. Now, I don't like doing a Crucible bounty personally. Let me take a look at this other one here. Now, these aren't the same. These aren't marked out the same way. This is for the Pale Heart, though, so that's why. So the Pale Heart has got different symbols on here, and the Ritual one has got different symbols, and each one of these symbols correlates to one of the ritual activities. So keep that in mind. You're going to definitely want to plan out your path depending on what kind of activities you want to do. So that makes a bit more sense. Okay. With that in mind, our third goal is making decisions matter a bit more. Our existing pursuit systems consist largely of disconnected individual objectives that have no effect on each other. In many cases, our Guardians' decisions regarding those objectives are limited to doing or not doing a particular objective or spending Glimmer to reroll repeatable bounties they don't like. Pathfinder's path-based systems incentivize Guardians to complete objectives that may otherwise be out of their comfort zone to achieve a more direct path to their final reward. It also allows, that goes directly against what they were just saying, but okay. It also allows Guardians to forge a more elongated path around objectives that don't call out to them. As their options diminish close to the final reward, Guardians will be challenged to engage with a particular activity mode or playstyle to require more rewards. That literally goes against the whole play how you want to. So if they're basically saying you're going to be forced to play and do activities you don't necessarily want to, what happened to them saying they want us to have more fucking choice and agency a paragraph ago? Like, paragraph 2 and 3 don't make any damn sense. Like, you want to give us more agency, but you're going to force us to engage with playstyle and activities we don't want to play with. That, whoever wrote this, okay, I'm sorry. I don't usually like character, but this is one that is asinine to me. So right now with the systems we got in place, I don't have to do Gambit. I don't have to do Crucible if I don't want to. If I just want to do the Vanguard Strike playlist, if I just want to do that stuff, that's all I got to do. Now they're basically telling us that they're trying to give us more agency for how we do things and for what playlists we're doing, but in the same the very next paragraph telling us that they're basically going to be forcing us to engage with activities that are outside of our comfort zone or that we may not want to do. Okay, that makes no damn sense, and I don't like that system. So I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I don't like that we may be forced to do stuff we don't want to, especially when it comes to PvE versus PvP stuff. A lot of people don't like doing PvP, and a lot of PvE players don't like doing PvE stuff. I don't like that crossover. And it also looks like we're going to essentially be forced into doing Gambit too, depending on the paths we're taking. So you're basically going to be forced to do ritual activities that you don't want to do, is what this is telling me. So I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but I guess we'll find out if we can somehow circumvent that, or we're just going to be fucked. So far, I'm not liking what I'm hearing, but we'll continue on. And finally, our fourth goal was to reduce barriers because, let's face it, much of the time as Guardians is spent zipping between destinations to prepare the way we play. Flying to the tower, flying to the helm, flying to Europa, it all takes time that we could be spending, fitting out the witness and thwarting its universe-threatening plan to enact the final shape. With Pathfinder, you already have your objectives, and they're always progressing as you play, whether they are locked or unlocked. Locked or unlocked. So I wonder if they automatically progress stuff that we're doing, even if we're not currently on that path. So that could be cool. That is one thing that could be cool. Now, they're saying whether they're locked or unlocked, so that means we can do we can get some of these knocked out even if we're not on that path yet. So that is a good thing. It doesn't circumvent the issue I've got with them making us do certain content, though, but that's not here nor there right now. There's no need to visit a vendor or use a Destiny app to grab bounties, no need to balance your inventory of quests and bounties, and no need to travel to vendors to claim your reward for a weekly challenge. That is all very good. But now, if only we can do our Ingrams without going to Master Our Rule, I'd say we got no reason to go to the tower anymore. Although I'm not necessarily saying that's a good thing, that we don't have to go to the tower, because otherwise, what's the point of the social spaces? But, I'm sorry, I'm slowing down. We got a long way to get there. There we go. About Destination Pathfinder. The rewards are designed to encourage completing mini paths over many objectives in each Pathfinder. If you want to maximize your weekly rewards, your best bet is to plan your optimal path. Alright, so these are the rewards here. This is objective rewards, 25 vendor reputation and 4,000 experience. Okay, so it looks like on the first path we get an exotic Ingram, a powerful 203 Ingram, pale hard gear, 1 rank of vendor reputation, 25,000 experience. On the second, we get an exotic Ingram, a pale hard Ingram, some vendor experience, and some more experience. The third path, they drop the exotic. You just get a pale hard Ingram, some vendor and experience, and then finally, the repeatable one is going to be the Royal Legendary Ingram. So, looks like really the best rewards are going to be 1 through 3. Then if you repeat too much, this is another system where if you play it too much, you're not going to be getting anything in return. So, again, I got mixed feelings about this because this is just, it's reminding me of the launch of Destiny 2, where the more you play, the less you got experience-wise. This looks the same to me. I mean, in my opinion, they should have this reverse. I mean, the more you play, the more you should be able to get. You get all the good rewards in the first few paths, but then after, like, path number 3, you really got no reason to keep doing this. And they're saying they want you to keep, re-rolling it over and over again, but there's really no reason to do so after the third path. Really have mixed feelings about this Pathfinder crap so far. How they're implementing it and the reward system. I mean, the rest of Final Shape is looking fine, but this I don't agree with. I mean, if I'm putting in the time and I'm repeating this, what's the point of repeating it if I'm not getting anything out of it? Like, they should at least be giving us pill hard Ingrams on this. Instead, we're just getting world dropping them. So then what is the point in continuing to do this? I don't understand that. Anyway, let's take a look at the objectives. We got calibrations, field assignments, and adventures. Under calibration, it says directly replace bounties and most common objective and category on the Pale Heart Pathfinder. Okay, so these are what the calibrations are. An example is in the Pale Heart, defeat combatants of a certain faction. Okay, or in the Pale Heart, defeat combatants using weapons that match your subclass damage type. Okay, so these are like the bounties you would normally get. So that's what calibrations are. For field assignments, players must go to locations on the Pale Heart and complete a custom encounter that only appears while the objective is active. Okay, this is the second most common objective category in the Pale Heart. And the Pale Heart travel to Redacted and claim a reward for defeating. Okay, so basically go to different spots on the planet. So it's just like mini quests. And then finally, adventures. These are destination-focused activities and objectives. Only 2 per the Pale Heart Pathfinder, and only appear in the tier before the final reward. And the Pale Heart progress to or through the Redacted activity and loot the chest, completing the Redacted objective grants additional progress. Okay, I'm going to say these are more likely going to be either strikes, or they're going to be probably lost sectors. That would be my guess, unless they're bringing back adventures with chests, or unless it's going to be like the campaign quest you got to do. Now let's talk about ritual activities. Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard vendor bounties will be replaced by a unified Rituals Pathfinder. A single instance of Pathfinder will contain objectives specific to each ritual activity, as well as generic objectives that can be completed in any of the 3 ritual activities. Additionally, on weeks when there is an active reputation booster, the first 3 instances of the Pathfinder will contain more objectives associated with that ritual activity. So if the Crucible reputation booster is active, a Pathfinder will contain more Crucible-specific activities until a 3rd reset. Yep, not liking that. Completing an objective node awards experience, like individual bounty completion. Completing a path is designed to be akin to completing a weekly vendor bounty challenge, i.e. completion rewards include Prime Ingrams, Bright Dust, and experience. However, where vendor challenges are limited to 3 per week per character, Pathfinder progress is shared across all characters and is infinitely repeatable. Due to these differences, the rewards amounts have been redistributed accordingly. So for the first 3 completions, you get a Prime Ingram, an Enhancement Prism, Bright Dust, and 25,000 experience. For the 7th, they drop the Prime Ingram. The rest is the same, except, okay, they drop the Prime and they drop the experience down to 4,000. And everything past the 7th is just going to be an Enhancement Core, 30 bright dust, and 4,000 experience. We hope you have a better understanding of what Pathfinder is and how it will change how you play virtual activities and explore the new destination. We can't wait for you all to experience it in just a few days, and as always, feel free to give us your feedback when you have tried it. I am going to go ahead and hold out and say, well, I'm going to wait until we play it before I demonize this too much more. But so far, if I understand the Pathfinder correctly, the way I understand it is they're claiming they want it to give us more agency in what we're doing, but they made it much more restricted by forcing us to engage with certain paths or certain activities that we don't want to. I don't know if I'm incorrect on that one. We will find out when it comes out. I may be wrong on that. We will see. It does look like we can knock out some of the paths early on, or we can knock out some paths even though we're not on that step. Kind of get some done early, but so far I'm not sure about that one, so we'll see. Updated quest tab. We have already shed some light on the UI and UX changes coming with the final shape, particularly how the on-screen information channels have been updated to show buffs, debuffs, and weapon perks in a more categorized way. Let's talk about some other quality of life updates we have introduced with the quest tab. And I am very happy about that update they're doing, having the buffs on the left and having the debuffs on the right. With just the way I play, I've usually got a ton of buffs up at once, so it's very hard to tell when I got certain stuff up, especially when it's needed for a quest, so that is very annoying. Starting on Gene 4, players will be able to set any quest category on the left column as a default when you enter the quest tab. At the same time, all milestones will now show up on the quest tab, although they will not count against the total amount of quests and bounties that a player can hold in the inventory, and will still be able to hold up to 63 in total. For players who want to keep everything more organized, we have also updated the quest tab so that tracking quests in individual categories will now bring them to the front of the sort order in the quest tab. These changes to the quest tab are not the only quality of life changes we made to our menus. They've also integrated reputation boosts into the ritual activities nodes at the top of the directory screen. So when those are active throughout an episode, players will get that information at a glance. That's good. I hate whenever I see that there's a reputation boost for a week and I forget what it is, or I don't get to see those pop-ups again. And speaking of ritual activities, we have also redesigned the private match screen for both Crucible and Gambit to allow for greater ease of use and more customizable options that would give players some rewards. Okay. We hope you like them. All right, use your legendary shards. Here we go. This is a big one. Remember when you told your legendary shards would go away for good at the end of Season of the Wish? Guess what? That's less than 2 weeks away. It's time to put those shards to good use because you won't be able to use them once Final Shape is launched. Our recommendations: buy raid banners for a lifetime or exchange it for some resources at Raoul's, but please use them before it's too late. So that is it. They're saying you will no longer be, not only not be able to get them, but no longer be able to use them when Final Shape comes out. So now is the time. I know a lot of us blew through all our legendary shards at the beginning of Season of the Wish, and it turns out we still needed them. As of right now, though, this is it. This is the time to go ahead and get rid of them according to Bungie. You will not be able to use them when Final Shape comes out. Buy your raid banners, buy whatever enhancement, anything you want from Raoul. Go and start using those things now. Now's the time to use them. If you want to wait till next week in case you got enhanced some weapons or something, go ahead and do so. But go ahead and get ready. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Get whatever armor sets ready you want to. I'm going to be getting myself an armor set ready for Final Shape for Prismatic because I know our class items will be taking up that class item slot. So I'm going to be getting some armor sets ready to go ahead of time. Once you do that, though, go ahead and get rid of all those legendary shards. Use them up. You don't want to have those 10,000 shards sitting there and go to waste. So use them all. All right, the final Pantheon bosses are here. This week we released the final bosses in the Pantheon. We started with 4 of our greatest enemies, and this week we have to face in 8. This week we have to face in 8. Okay, so I think I meant to put 8 there. It's nothing Guardians can't achieve, of course, and we have some intel to share to facilitate your task. So this week we got Ribbon added in, and we've got Nezarec added in. So these are the final 2 bosses. Go ahead and check those out. We have not gotten past the, I didn't even try to do Pantheon, honestly. We did it like a couple times, but we haven't got past the second one. My clan only has a chance to do it once a week, and unfortunately we have not gotten past the second one. We got past the first one easy enough, but the second one's we've been struggle busting here a little bit. I am going to try to get past this with some with my clan and some LGs later on, but as of right now, that's where we're at. I'm not going to lie, we're not doing great, but it is what it is. Go ahead and check out those final 2 bosses. And of course, Bungie has got an amazing poster out here. It says 8 gods and 1 amazing poster. We prepared something very special to celebrate the glorious reveal of our last bosses of Pantheon. We partnered with Gabriel, and forgive me, I'm going to say this wrong, Flazino, an amazing Brazilian artist whose work and around raid bosses you probably are already familiar with to create an amazing piece of art. Putting the 8 enemies you were asked to defeat, behold the Pantheon in all its glory. Here it is. You got Ribbon up top here. You got Rourke. We got Nezarec. You've got, who's this fat fuck here? That, Explicator of Worlds. Looks like Oryx. Is that? No, that's Caretaker. Wait a second. No, that's Atrax. That's Oryx. We got Goldberg out there. That's caretaker. That's everybody. Yeah, so that's all item. Looks pretty damn cool. I'm amazed Ribbon's at top there. I thought Oryx might be the one at the top, or Roke would be. I guess he's front and center. Ribbon's kind of behind. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. This looks very cool. I might looking at getting that one here. Put it up on the wall somewhere. We'll see. I need to redesign all this back here too. I haven't done it since I moved in, but let's continue on. That's not all. We've also collaborated with our wonderful friends at this Display to make this into a meta poster. That I might do. So you can display this incredible piece of art on your wall starting tomorrow on the 24th. Display will have the Pantheon postable available at their store, including a format with their new 3D enhanced Tetra finish. Let me take a look at this real quick. All right, I didn't see it on there, so maybe it's still the 23rd, so it's not available yet, so that might be why it's not listed there. But go ahead and check that one out if you're interested in it. I'm going to be doing so as well. All right, your favorite robot or your favorite killer robot. So, did you have a nice time with Trevor, the overzealous robotic vacuum cleaner? We asked the community to share some of their favorite Trevor moments now that 0 Hour Exotic Mission is available. And oh dear Guardians, did you deliver? Your submissions really made our day. I got some videos here you can go ahead and check out. I think we got one made of Legos here. We got some other Guardian cuts here, so go ahead and check those out. There we go. And the last thing I want to talk about, the Final Shape 24-hour downtime. Actually, there's two more things to talk about. The Final Shape 24-hour downtime. Just before the Final Shape launches, Destiny 2 will be brought offline for 24 hours starting at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on June 3rd, 2024. So check your local time. It will be down on June 3rd for 24 hours, just like they normally do with expansions. Players will be reminded of the downtime in the game via our social media channels before it begins, and all players will be able to pre-download the Final Shape during this time. We had pre-download June 3rd. Make sure you do that. Pre-download your shit. No matter what prep or platform, be advised that it will be a large fraud to download and install. Make sure you pre-load your game. When the game is brought back online and the Final Shape is launched, we expect there will be a signing queues during the first hours and during peak play times at different places in the world. Keep an eye on Bungie Help and Destiny 2 team for information. And don't forget to do everything you need to before the Season of the Witch closes on June 3rd. So again, pre-download your game and be ready. Those day one lines are usually pretty bad. And that is it. That is This Week in Destiny for May 23rd. Go ahead and check it out if you have not already. There are some huge changes coming in the Final Shape. There's a lot of news that were just shown in here. We're going to be going over the ability changes here next. Is going to be another long video. I'm going to knock those out here very quickly. I'll have that one released more likely tomorrow. I'll have this video out today. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you all for coming by. If you like what we're doing on the channel, please like the video. Please sub if you love what we're doing here. And I will see you all on the next video.